Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. Detroit Blazing Rods is the new American road trip leg. This time it's the American Road Trip Collector's Quest. A lot of different SEMA cars being offered as part of rewards. Let's talk about this leg of the event. So we have the latest leg, and the first leg arguably was the one for the Nissan, which is essentially a free-to-win event if you have the cars and you have the parts. This one, again, is possible for some of us to get through this without really spending money. That's only because likely you've already spent money before to get the Ruffian Galaxy 500. If you already have that car and you have the two cars from before that are essentially available free, which was the Naughty and also the Camaro, the green Camaro. I mean, we got to look back at those events, right? You can say they're free, but for newer players, nothing's free. Now, if you have the cars, we have this event here where you can win the Blazin Rods Chevelle Doughboy. Interesting name for a car, looks pretty cool. But then again, most cars in this game looks pretty cool. Now, the lock-ins are going to be the things that everybody wants to know about. How do we do this? Well, the Mopar lock-ins is pretty straightforward. Use whichever one you have that's close to fully maxed. If all you have is a tier 4 fully maxed, use it. If you have a tier 3 fully maxed, use it. It's better to use those than to use a tier 5 missing a ton of parts. That being said, it will be easier generally with a fully maxed tier 5, of course, because all the runs, every relay is going to be a little bit quicker. Once you get past that, then things get interesting. The XP63 has been offered a few times. We just won the Nissan, so a lot of us may not have stage 6s. And then you have the Ruffian Galaxy 500, which is a paid car from before. So you're going to need all of these plus the Showdown reward card to get through the rest of the event. This is very consistent to American Road Trip. American Road Trip ultimately is a money-making event for Natural Motion. It is not meant for us to get through this without trying to reach into our pockets. That is not the design here. However, all that being said, if you have all these cars and you have enough parts and you get lucky on drops, you may, and I'm not really holding my breath here, you may be able to get through without spending. You're definitely going to spend resources, that's without a doubt. Then the question is, which weaker cars do we lock in where? Well, if you want to get to lock in 4 very fast, chances are you're going to put the Nissan probably in lock in 3. Traditionally, and this is not consistent, but sometimes lock in 3 tend to be one of the easier lock-ins. Not always, but that's a thought. Lock in 5 generally has been, and I'm not saying every time it is, has been, if you put a decent car in there, one of the ones that could possibly be more easy to get through near the end. However, one thing you have to note is that they'll definitely make it hard near the end. You're going to make it through a lot of races, probably all the way to, say, 70. I would put my money on getting to 76 to 77 is where you're going to get stuck. And then 78, 79 are going to be more and more escalating relays that are going to be more difficult. Now, these two relays may not be the full 5 car relays. It might be 2 car, 3 car type relays, and this one's definitely all 5 cars. But it's interesting this time instead of making it a single car being the one that has to be most built, they're making 3 relays in a row. That means each of the relays will be progressively harder depending on which cars are required for them. So you can't just blame it on one car anymore. That's kind of, I think, why they did that, so that players can't complain, well, you know, I just didn't have that one car build, therefore I'm screwed. Now you're basically screwed no matter what, because all the relay cars within the relay has to be built to a certain point to meet whatever the target number is. So that's going to be more fair, I guess, according to Natural Motion. But bottom line is they're going to hurdle block you right around here with these relays, and your cars have to be built enough. Now, the related showdowns right here, it starts in 14 hours as well. And this one, typical of showdowns, you have to get to a certain reward point, which is 1400. to get the Plymouth. Now, the cars that you can use for this are the specific cars that are listed here. Obviously, if you have a tier 4 only, forget about winning this. You're going to need at least the tier 5s, and you need the faster ones. And the fastest ones would be the Naughty and the, where's that Camaro? I thought I had the green Camaro. Rocket Bunny Camaros, I think the two fastest. Those two guys make the top end. So if you have either one of them maxed, you should be able to get it very quickly to 1400, and then it goes downhill from there relatively quickly. If you have no tier 5, it's not going to be very good. This Viper's not very quick, neither is the Corvette, and certainly the SRT Demon's not quick either. So the Naughty and the Camaro, Rocket Bunny Camaro, are going to be your go-to if you're trying to get through this quickly. If you don't have those cars or you don't have them fully built, you just have to fight with everybody day to day to see if you can get there. If you cannot get it, I have a sneaking suspicion that they're going to sell it to you. So look for offer packs. You know, nothing yet, but there are probably going to be offers where you can just buy the Plymouth and try to make it through that way. But again, we're talking about these are moneymaker events for Natural Motion, and that's what it's going to come down to. If you're going for this, good luck. I am not really that keen on American Road Trip anymore, so I'm, you know, if I can make it, I'll make it. If I cannot, it doesn't hurt my feelings. As far as the game is concerned, there's so many cars being released so quickly, whether it's a flash event, whether it's milestone, whether it's a new PC car, etc., etc. The point is, and new Elite Tuner cars. The point is that you're not going to have a shortage of cars, and the cars are all kind of the same nowadays, so you're not really getting a lot of really outstanding cars easily either. I am sure there's going to be a gem or two somewhere within the prize cars, but you would have to get all the prize cars and then test them and build them to figure out which one's decent. And that's not something I'm really willing to do nowadays unless I can do it for free. So that's kind of my feelings about this latest leg. Cool car, cool looking car, probably the same as all the recent releases. Low performance point, high evo, doesn't beat Dino much. Maybe we'll find a Dino Buster among the prize cars. I'll have to see if Nitro has them available for testing, and then if I do find out some good news on the next video, I'll start giving you guys some info ahead where I can. So that is it. That is the Detroit Blazing Rods leg of the American Road Trip Collector Quest. Good luck if you're going for this. Let me know what you think and anything you want to add information-wise to other players so they can handle this event better. Feel free to do so. If you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and like this kind of videos, subscribe, hit the bell, and you get notified when I put up new videos. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.